Hey, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. I am in the city of Austin, Texas. Very warm, but beautiful. It's an especially great week because all of these events are in beautiful facilities. I'm currently at the Fairmont. Yesterday, I got to spend some time at the Trump International Hotel overlooking the beautiful skyline of Chicago. And it was a special treat because it was one of the rare conferences where I got to speak just after Chris Jepson. It was a First Trust Insight Forum. As you might know, Chris Jepson's the head of practice management with First Trust. He co-wrote the advisor playbook with me. We're currently working on the Blue Square method. But, we talk often, but you can go a month or two without seeing each other, especially in action. And I got to see him, and we're obviously philosophically aligned, but I got to see some of the things that he's picked up along the way, interacting with very high caliber people, the mindset and the best practices of top fee-for-service professionals. And so it validated a few things that we ultimately both talk about, but the one thing that really stood out was the distinction between a fit process and a sales process. So of course, a sales process, you're trying to convince somebody to take action. It's sold. A fit process, it's trying to establish an alignment of interest. It's bought. And done properly, what you do is you help a prospective client reveal the unmet needs that they're trying to have addressed. A sales process, somebody goes in trying to make a sale. In a fit process, you're trying to create validation and contrast and self-motivation. Validation, if someone's introduced to you by a client or a strategic partner, you want that person to go back and validate to improve referability in the future. You want to create professional contrast so that they become aware of how you are elevated from their current provider. And then self-motivation. They come to their own conclusions. And, having an agenda is part of that. Having no hidden agenda, basically taking it off the table, that there's no expectation anybody has to make any decisions at the end of the first meeting. It's just designed to see if there's compatibility, suitability, and a good fit. And then just following the process and asking great questions. And one of the best questions, and Chris reminded me of this yesterday, when you're about halfway through a conversation with a prospective client, just in the spirit of the unmet needs, just simply asking them this. Complete this sentence for me. Gee, it would be nice if my advisor did blank. And, a prospective client might say, well, it'd be nice if I heard from my advisor in a more scheduled, proactive manner. Or it'd be nice if my advisor had a more all-encompassing and panoramic approach instead of just fixating on products, or whatever the case may be. And of course, you can take the high road and defend the incumbent and say, well, I'm sure they're busy and they mean well, they have good intentions. But what they reveal, you can pivot over to your distinctions. If you think about your fit process, striving for creating this moment where everybody realizes we're all on side. And then the onboarding process, and then the ongoing with the service model. You're setting expectations. You're helping someone come to their own conclusions and creating that contrast. All process driven, not just intentions, not talking about service and advice, but talking about a process that includes a client experience and good service and all of that. And even toward the end of the meeting with the prospective client, just adding the bullet, our value-added services, and saying, as we wind this initial conversation down, I want to let you know there are a number of value-added services we provide that our clients really find to be of value. One of them is, I make myself available to be a sounding board for friends and family members of my clients. And should we decide to work together, I will outline that process for you. You're not asking for a referral, you're planting a seed and you're positioning the concept of an introduction. It's interesting, yesterday Chris asked the audience, if they'd ever been told to ask for referrals. Unanimous. But then he said, how many of you actually ask for referrals? Very few hands go up. And he said, great, don't start. Don't ask for referrals. You look needy when you ask for a referral. Position the concept, articulate the value, make it client-centered. It's a great mindset, and it's a great best practice of the elite fee-for-service professionals. So thanks for watching. I got to go in and do my thing. This is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. Until next time, make it a great day.